This is Morning Juice. Sports, insight, and great storytelling. Starring Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Tito Thitoff. It's time to attack and dominate.
Attack and dominate on a Tuesday. Bobby, my voice is gone, and it's your fault.
Well, did you enjoy heading over to the game?
Yes.
Did you enjoy the first quarter?
Oh, God, the first quarter is great, Bob.
About the second quarter?
Well,
Second quarter wasn't bad.
Okay.
After that,
23-0 run in the fourth.
yeah, when they got to 17, it seemed like that may have been game, set, match.
Okay, so I'm Tito, Bobby Carpenter, Bodie Wells. Big show lineup for you today. Voice, not great. I screamed too much last night, Bob.
Coach, you're infinitely better than you were yesterday.
Thank you. That's fine. Look, I had
I don't
people.
know if that's a thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. But I'm saying, I'm in a better spot than I was yesterday.
Otherwise, I would rather you just said thank you.
Went
on your way.
Went on your way. But I thought about you and Bodie often last night. And the people around me knew I was thinking about you and Bodie last night.
Why is that? Because you were yelling for us at the game?
No, yeah, I'm
cheering
talking
for us?
about it at the game, and people are like, there was a contingency around me of people. And we're all in the third quarter talking about what goes on tomorrow in our lives. Now, most of the people were, hey, I've got to stay. I'm staying in a hotel, flying home tomorrow, whatever. Or I'm going back home later on. And I'm like, okay, you guys working? Well, no, I'm taking the day off. And I said, well, I'm not. I'm coming here. Because Bodie and Bobby told me to go to the game.
That doesn't mean we told you to come back here and go to work.
I know you didn't. I know. Tough game last night for the Steelers, though.
It was. I mean, they scored first.
Yes, they scored first. Didn't score often enough. Okay, so Bob,
Fair.
here's what I want to know.
Can't argue with that.
Thought you might be able to grind out like
No.
a 13.
I'll be honest with you.
victory.
When I went to bed at halftime and it was 7-6, I fully expected to look at my phone this morning and see like 10-9,
Right.
13-10,
Yes, right.
Steelers pull it
36
out. You're like,
didn't
you gotta
have
be
it.
kidding me.
Okay, so Bob, you've been to a few NFL stadiums in your life.
Yeah.
I still contend that Steelers home games are the closest thing I've ever seen in a pro stadium to a college atmosphere.
How many NFL stadiums have you been to?
Let's see. I've been to the Browns. I've been to Steelers. I've been to Bengals. I've been to Lions. I've been to Colts.
So 5.
Yes, 5. That's what I'm asking you.
5 of 31.
Right. And have you been to every one?
No, they've built new ones. They've tore some of them
Okay.
down. That
But
I
you've been
played
to
in.
probably more than 20 you've been to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that. And the markets are the markets. I mean, I've played in just about every market.
I can't believe the Chiefs are close.
Chiefs are pretty good.
Right.
The thing is, it's also you got to play there when they're good.
Right.
Because playing there, late in the year when a team is 3-7 isn't really
Right.
going to give you a justification of what the experience is. Buffalo is really good.
Okay, Buffalo's close.
Buffalo
All right.
is on there, and they've got a stadium that kind of feels old and collegiate. Green Bay is kind of there.
Yep.
Like you said, Pittsburgh, when they play Renegade and do all that, like it's a big deal.
They didn't play Renegade last night.
Well, that's why they lost.
That's what I thought, too.
23-0
They lost
run.
by-
That would have been staved off.
Listen, they lose 30
The
to 6.
Renegade
They
who
win.
had it made.
God. The Renegade thing bothered me. They didn't play it last night.
Why not?
I don't know
When
why
did they
didn't.
stop? Did you ask anybody around you when they
Okay.
stopped doing that?
My guy, Nick, the guy who gave me the ticket, my buddy who's got season tickets, his family had season tickets since the 50s, like
Okay.
Forbes Field.
All right.
Back then.
I don't
the
think
Three
Renegade
Rivers.
was around in the 50s.
No, it
but-
wasn't. No, but like he's been to all these games, though. And before, we're driving out there, and I'm like, they're going to play it between the third and fourth?
Yeah,
He
between
said,
third and fourth.
Right. He said, now they kind of vary it. I said, what do you mean? He said, no, sometimes they play it in third, sometimes the fourth, sometimes they. And they never played it. Because he was telling me, get your phone ready. And then they never did it.
They had lost their appetite?
Bob, I was disappointed.
What was the score going into the fourth? Was that 17-6 at
Yeah,
then?
17-6, I think, at that
I
point.
feel
yes.
like there's still hope at that point.
Bob, I'm with you. I was
You
so.
go get his touchdown, all of a sudden, then it's 17-13, and
I know.
you got a chance.
It was still 7-6.
Going into the fourth?
Going into the fourth.
Oh,
Wasn't
yeah,
going
70s,
into
yeah, they got
there
the
you
last,
go.
Yeah.
And we
I know.
didn't think it was time to fire up the Renegade.
Bob, I'm
Jeez.
with you. I was disappointed.
I played in Pittsburgh one time, and I will say that was the coolest thing that I've seen in just about any stadium.
Did they play it?
Yeah.
Did you lose?
Yes, we
Okay,
lost. But like,
that's what I'm talking about.
but I'm
No
just
offense.
saying, like,
Point proven.
I said it was one of the coolest things I've ever
Right,
seen. Your
yes.
question was, did you see it? I was on the field for it. I didn't know about it.
You didn't know about Renegade then?
No, I don't
Okay.
think it was quite as big then. Like that was probably, I don't know when they started it
Right.
and if they did it consistently, but I had no idea that coming in. And I was like, oh, this is, and I saw the video, they play a video with it.
Yeah, the whole
Back
thing.
then it
with
was
the-
like
yes.
Woodley and guys like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty sweet. Really sweet. And just how the song starts slow and then it builds into it. And
So-
I was like, wow, this is legit.
I drive there. And then after the game, I'm starting to drive home with my buddy. My buddy gave like, hey, you've got to go on the fourth floor of this garage and get out quick. It wasn't quick. It was longer than I anticipated. And then
Well, what did you anticipate?
Well, he's like, hey, if you park here, don't go to the third floor, go to the fourth floor. That's the way to get out quicker.
Well, he got season tickets, so
I
his
know,
family,
and that-
I would anticipate
right.
that
I
he would
thought-
have the most information
Yes.
he could have.
Yes. But it took forever to get out. And he's got to work. He works at, might be a friend of ours soon. He works at Channel 4, NBC.
Okay.
And he had to work at 5 a.m. today.
All right, so you're over here throwing the pity party for yourself.
No, listen. No, at around 3:30, we stopped at a Sheetz on the way here.
Okay.
I'm like, he's
Take
like,
your medicine this morning?
yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
He said, I got it. You want me to drive? I said, yeah, why don't you drive? So he drove the last hour and a half, hour home, whatever it was. I dropped him off at 4 a.m., got home at 4:15 this morning.
Question mark, Ron Burgundy?
No, I'm thinking about it. 4:15, we got home. So I slept for 45 minutes, then came. I slept on the
Should just
drive.
Buddy
came-
the elf.
You should just came in here and slept.
That's what
in here.
my wife says the same
That's
thing.
what I did. I did that before.
You've slept here?
I remember that.
Yeah, I came in.
When was this?
We were coming back from a concert in Florida. That was when all the power was out. We didn't have
Yep.
air
I
conditioning
was going to
anyway.
say,
You remember that?
Yeah, because Shark was off and I was in. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think
Yeah.
I walked in here and flipped the lights on. I was like, oh, sorry, Carp. I didn't
Yeah,
know
I was in
anybody
there.
Woke him up?
Yeah,
Good for
I think
you.
I was in the main studio. Or was I in here?
I thought I was in here.
Maybe it was. It was in the corner.
Yeah.
We
I
had-
was in here on the floor in the corner.
It gets dark if you.
Yeah, you turn all the lights
Oh,
out.
everything gets dark.
It was good.
We had
Brought a couple towels to put my head on.
Slept
Slept for an hour.
one producer who slept. Fan Sports Sunday, we were doing it,
Yeah.
and fell asleep in the break. Like
Yeah.
came over here and laid
Well,
down. It
that
might
I
have
doesn't
been-
remember that.
Who was that?
I don't know if I want
Okay,
to say his
We'll
name
keep,
on
we'll keep
the
the
air.
names off the air.
Yeah, but
But you remember that though?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
yeah.
wasn't here.
I
just
was
know
with
he's
Jen.
I don't know
doing
if
Fan
he-
Sports Sunday. No, he came. Well, fell asleep. I don't
I think there was maybe some reasons for that. We'll say.
Right, but he fell asleep though. Like we come back from a break and he's not back in the studio. And I'm like, hey, we can't talk because the button was there.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Got to turn the board on.
Right. All right, Bob. Let's get smarter. I'm going to do this now.
Time to get smarter. Morning Juice presents Today in History. Here's your professor, Bobby Carpenter.
All right, General, do your thing.
It is Tuesday, January 13th, the 13th day of the year. 352 days remaining in this
So who's
2026.
13?
What?
Oh, CJ Carr,
There we go.
Yeah.
That's one of the numbers. That's all.
Dan Marino.
Dan the man.
That's right, Marino, yeah.
Isotoners. This date, 1888, National Geographic Society is founded in Washington, D.C. This date, 1942, Henry Ford patents the soybean car. It was 30% lighter. It was made with all hybrid prefab parts that were consisted of soybean. The new modern deals that did not really take, but that's basically what cars are made out of today with all the plastics. 1957, Whammo produces the first Frisbee.
Oh,
Preston, you knew what that was.
like that?
Made it, yeah. I don't know who throws the Frisbee like that inside hand, but
Have you ever played Frisbee golf?
I mean, I've thrown at it. I've never
But you
done
don't
like
play
a
it.
full
Okay,
round.
I got you.
1962, The Twist by Chubby Checkers hits number one for the second time.
And go
There we go. This date, 1960. On the same date, 1962, Wilt Chamberlain scores at the time an NBA record 73 points. He said he was on like 5,700 by then. 1968, Johnny Cash performs at Folsom Prison.
To watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry.
What a great,
Bobby,
what a
I
great
beat
scene.
you. I beat you
What?
on that.
What do you mean you beat me on that?
We did the karaoke thing
Yeah.
at a fan thing
Okay.
before a Ohio State game.
Yep.
That's when I don't remember what song you did. I did that one and I won.
Congratulations.
No, it's fine. Tim Hall did a Dave Matthews Band thing, I think, and he wanted to have a guitar in front of him.
Yeah, just as a prop. I think I did
Yes.
Living on a Prayer because that's
You did
usually
live
what
on
I
a prayer.
do.
That's what you did. So I was trying to think what your song was. Yeah.
This date, 1969, the Beatles' Yellow Submarine album is released.
Beneath the waves in our yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine.
One of my least favorite Beatles albums,
It
I
is?
think. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Yellow Submarine. No, don't really. It's kind of weird. This date, 1973, Carly Simon's No Secrets album hits number one.
And as long as you stay, loving you's the right thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
Loving you's the right thing.
Love and Use the Right Thing. Not wrong. Oh, 1982, Hank Aaron and Frank Robinson, in one of the biggest classes you're going to find, are elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Nothing on that one, Bob.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, Hank Aaron though 744, right? Is that his number? The home run.
I gotta be honest, I don't know that one off the top of my head.
I think it's 744. It could be that. And yeah, I'm sorry, Hank Aaron 744. I think yes. Frank Robinson was the player manager for the at that time Cleveland Indians. Back in the mid 70s, he got hired for that. Yeah.
Frank Robinson, first player, I believe, to win the MVP in both
He was.
leagues.
You're right. Yep.
This date, 1993, big day for Bodie. Super Bowl 27, Cowboys 30, Bills 13.
And one thing, this week I'm not going to say a word. You
know
know
how
how
I
I feel, but I'm not going to say a word. But I
will
will say one thing right
now.
now. How about them Cowboys?
Emmett breaks a tackle. 10, 5, touchdown.
Bob, did you love playing for the Cowboys?
Touchdown.
I enjoyed it.
Interception by James Washington.
It's a big
Setting
deal.
up the Emmett Smith score on 4th down. And Smith now with 117 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns to lead Dallas.
I'm just saying, Bob, if the Buccaneers or Bengals drafted you, it's different, right? The Cowboys
Yeah,
are a different thing.
I don't think I realized that until I probably had left
So
Dallas. But because when you're there in the time, I didn't know any different.
I got you.
It seemed like everything was like that.
It just seems like it was a big deal. Like you
Yeah.
with the star on wearing a helmet with the star on it. It's a
Go
big
play
deal.
like one.
That's fine.
So Wade would tell us, you got a star on your helmet, go play like one.
There we go.
Born on this date, 1919, passed away in 2003. One of the iconic voices in all of TV. The narrator of Unsolved Mysteries, Mr. Robert Stack.
Is Bigfoot real? An elaborate, ongoing hoax. Well, even hoaxes are usually based on something. Through the years, eyewitness accounts have consistently described a very human-like animal. He walks upright with an almost comical gait and steers clear of people, unless they happen to invade his turf. But even those who claim they've run across Bigfoot say he's a harmless, if somewhat scary-looking giant.
Harmless. Okay. Have either of you ever thought Bigfoot was real? No. In your life?
I
I'm
don't
saying, like,
think so.
even you're younger, you never thought, like,
Maybe when I was younger watching
that's a
Unsolved
basket.
Mysteries.
Like, have either one of you ever thought, you know what, this could be real?
Robert Stack did a great job selling it.
I get it. I'm
My
saying,
wife and I went back and watched a lot of the old episodes.
I could get on board with some conspiracy theories. That one's probably, I think at some point, especially nowadays,
Right.
camera phone,
Sure.
iPhones and camera phones and technology as a whole, I think somebody would have stumbled into him at some point.
Okay, so
Especially on land. You want to tell me there's stuff deep in the sea, and I don't know, maybe he can breathe underwater.
sure, Loch Ness, I get it.
We haven't discovered all the ocean yet, if I'm not mistaken on that.
No.
But
Have
on
either of you?
land,
So you
I feel like we would have figured it out.
You may have at some point when you were younger thought he was real.
Yeah, when I was young.
Okay, but now neither one of you believe he's real.
That's correct, yep.
Okay.
Well, we just want to get that on the record?
No, I'm just curious. Like, I thought he was real when I was younger, too, but I'm saying now
What
as I'm
about now?
older, I think it was, I don't know who the comedian was. One said, like, I think he's real. I just think we have bad photography because every time you see him, he was a blurry thing.
That's the thing, is by now, like, that's not an issue.
Right.
Somebody would have seen him. There's 8 billion people on this
Look, dude,
earth, and
somebody's-
nobody's ran into him
Maybe,
with an
maybe,
iPhone.
maybe he died.
That's
Could have
possible.
been too.
Deforestation.
If you believe
Lost
he was
his habitat.
alive, then you got to believe he's dead.
Lost
at
his
some point.
habitat.
Yes.
Turning 69 today, Masters champ in 1998, Marco Mira.
But he's never faced a more important and vital moment than this.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him make it.
Good-looking putt.
Marco Mira has won the Masters, birdieing the 72nd hole.
In the hole.
There we go. Turning 65 today. My goodness, it's tough to believe she's this old. Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Why'd you have to eat so many?
Because they're juji fruit. I like them. I didn't know it would start a chain reaction that would lead to the independent publishing.
Not to mention the end of Kramer's coffee table book.
You knew he had a cold. How'd you expect him to blow his nose? Yeah.
Do you know what's going on here? Can't you see what's happened? I've become George.
Don't say that.
It's true. I'm George. I'm George.
There we go. Some of the classics from Seinfeld. Hard to believe that was that long ago. Oh, goodness. Patrick Dempsey turning 60 today.
This can't exist. You get that, right?
You took advantage of me, and now you want to forget about it.
I did not.
I was drunk, vulnerable, and good-looking, and you took advantage.
Okay, I was the one who was drunk, and you are not that good looking.
Maybe not today. Last night I was very good-looking. Had my red shirt on, my good-looking shirt, and you took advantage.
I did not take
We'll take advantage again. Say Friday night.
No. You're an attending, and I'm your intern. Stop looking at me like that.
Like what?
Dr. Shepard, this is inappropriate. Has that ever occurred to you?
Have you seen Can't Buy Me Love?
I think so.
Dempsey and
who else is in that?
I can't remember the girl's name. She's dead now. She had a drug thing.
Wow, she had a drug thing.
Well, I'm just saying, like, she was the love interest.
Can't Buy Me Love.
So
I've
Can't Buy Me Love.
I think I have seen that.
I saw it in the theater, Bob. You saw
Amanda Peterson?
Yes, dead. Very attractive
What
back
year
then.
did this come out?
Yes,
87.
yeah.
That's
I saw it in
old
the
school.
theater. I know.
How
It's
would you
old
say
school.
Dempsey was?
60.
Which I can't believe.
for him.
So back then, see, 87 then was.
Time's a funny thing, buddy.
Okay, wait, let's do this. 87 was 25, 38 years ago?
39,
39.
26.
Okay, it's 26. So he was 60
Yeah.
now. So it means he played a high school kid. Well,
Yeah. He would have been about a high school kid. He was 21.
well, yeah, he'd been late. I'm saying like it was.
Maybe you were in high school then.
I was in high school.
Some of
then.
those Indiana players were in
Bobby,
high
I
school
was
then.
there. I know I was in high school back then. It was a great movie, but yeah.
Oh, goodness. And a tough one here today. Born on this date, 1984. Unfortunately passed away a couple of months ago. Former teammate of mine, Nick Mangold.
With the 29th choice in the 2006 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Nick Mangold, center from Ohio State.
I want to just retire as Nick Mangold, the football player. I want to retire as Nick Mangold, the New York Jet. All my time here with the New York Jets, I just want to be remembered as someone that gave his all. My favorite moment was beating New England in the playoffs up at New England.
This one's a shocker.
The Jets are going to the AFC Championship game.
That feeling of what we were able to do, the way that we had to go about doing it, by being on the road,
Green is taking it home. Touchdown, New York.
by sticking together, being one team. I'm a New York Jet, will be forever. Nick Mangold, center, number 74, and I'm retiring a New York Jet.
Damn, he was good, Bob.
Yes, he was. Oh, goodness. Turning 39 today. Part of the whole Quinn clan. 19-season NHL vet, Mr. Jack Johnson.
Gets around Niskin and kicks it around behind the net before being knocked out of the play. Savard pinching in behind the net. Dubinsky is there. Brandon Dubinsky throws it in front. Fleury with a save. Phillips on the score! Right there to bury it. Jack Johnson, his third goal of the playoffs, and the Blue Jackets lead 2-0. And you still don't know Jack.
You know Jack personally?
Yeah.
Okay. He seems like, for what I've seen on, like, just, he seems like a, how do I want to put it? A down-to-earth kind of guy.
He's a very grounded individual.
Yeah.
One of the most grounded guys I've ever been around.
Right.
Jack is awesome. One of my favorites.
Really?
Yeah, one of my favorite dudes. He very similar to AJ, especially when AJ was younger.
Yeah.
Because he's a little bit younger than we are. Not much, but he very, very grounded. Awesome guy. Turning at 36 today, Mr. Liam Hemsworth.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I am.
Listen to me. You're stronger than they are. You are. Get to a bow.
They may not have.
Well, if you show them how good you are, they just want a good show. That's all they want. If they don't have a bow, then you make one, okay? You know how to hunt.
Animals.
It's no different, Candace.
There's 24 of us, Cal. Only one comes out.
Yeah. Or two. And it's gonna be you.
What a great concept.
Spoiler alert. Oh, great concept.
I mean, honestly,
Katniss.
We're looking for some content right now. There's a lot of stuff out there. But let's look at a Survivor, but actually where people die.
Yeah.
You know?
It was interesting to watch, that's for sure.
They're making a new one.
Yeah, I think it comes out this year.
Yeah.
End of this year.
Oh, really?
I read all the books. I'd never finished the last. Actually, I think I did. I did see the very ends of them. I haven't seen the prequel that came out.
Okay. It was good. I think it was clearly not as good as the
other ones. Well, yeah, because they weren't in it.
Yeah.
Who is in? Are they in this one?
No, this is. I think his name is Haymitch, if I'm remembering correctly. Woody Harrelson's
character.
Yeah, his like.
Oh, and he was
it's not him, but it's a character.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh,
Yeah.
I wish I could get some more Woody as Haymitch. Not the sober, more responsible one.
Yeah.
I like the drunk one at the beginning. He's my favorite. Oh, goodness. Passing away on this date in 1929, the legendary lawman Wyatt Earp. And then in 2016, one of Thitoff's all-time favorites.
No.
You don't even know who I'm saying.
I know, but usually if you say it's me or Shark's favorite, it's got to be a commie or somebody who did bad stuff.
No, I mean, he did throw his pregnant girlfriend down the
Here
stairs.
we go. Okay, now we go. Okay, that's fine, Bob.
But,
I was right.
He did pass away now 10 years
Okay, that's
ago.
fine.
Mr. Lawrence Phillips out of Nebraska.
Elphil.
Of Rams fame. What?
Elphil.
Elphil. What does that mean?
Lawrence Phillips.
Oh.
Okay.
Elphil.
I'm curious. Like,
He went to prison.
I know. Vermeil loves him.
Trying to
Sixth
save
pick
him.
overall, right?
Wow, Michael's
Yeah.
like OJ.
It's fine. I'm just saying, though, Bob. Are you surprised? You know, you met Vermeil. Yes?
I don't know that I've met Vermeil. Maybe.
Okay, so like Vermeil comes across as a very morally strong guy.
Yeah, I would
Okay.
say that's accurate.
Are you surprised he invested in Lawrence Phillips?
I think they see the football ability and they
Right.
probably see someone that they can help. Coaches like projects, and they feel like they can always correct and fix things.
Is
Whether
Parcells
that's-
that way?
Whether that's personal character stuff, yeah. I mean, if they see that you have ability in one area and
Right.
deficiencies in another, depending on what those deficiencies are, I think there's a desire for them to try to help mold and shape you in the other areas so that you can fill out as a person. It's kind of like what coaches do.
I was wondering about that with Vermeil because I thought Phillips, bad dude, stay away.
Yeah.
And I was surprised Vermeil took a chance on him with the Rams.
Dude, Tom Osborne's a great guy. He's
Osborne,
one of the
too.
best,
Okay, there you
best
go.
guys
That's
you'll
good.
ever
That's a
see.
great-
One of the best guys you'll ever be around. He came here, met him at the Columbus Touchdown Club. Awesome human being.
Did we do a CTC thing together?
Yes. I don't know if he was at that one or not, but
Who was the Michigan kid? The kid who was a local kid that went to Michigan.
I'm not sure.
Offensive lineman. And I made a joke about it at the time.
I'm not sure. I'll have to go look that back up.
I'll look it up.
Some holidays observances today. It is Poetry at Work Day, National Sticker Day, Rubber Ducky Day, Public Radio Broadcasting Day. And those are your historical events.
Well done.
Your birthdays, your passings, your holidays observances for this date, Tuesday, January 13th, the 13th day of the year, 252 days remaining this 2026.
Well done as always, Rubber Ducky Day.
That's what it said.
Did either of you ever have a rubber ducky?
Someone put one in my Jeep. I guess that's a thing.
Yeah, the Jeep thing, yes. Rubber duckies. I was saying like.
So I technically, I think, have one right now. It's sitting somewhere. I didn't put it up on the dash. It's sitting somewhere in there, though.
The rubber ducky thing from Sesame Street, Ernie, I get it. I don't think I ever had a rubber ducky.
Not that I can recall, but.
Right.
Well, did you have a dickie, though?
Well,
did you ever wear one like Cousin Eddie?
Coming up next. Steelers lost. We'll talk about that next. This is Morning Juice.
Hey guys, 13-year NFL veteran and Super Bowl champion Jason McCourty here. And I'm an innovation ambassador at FAIR, Food Allergy and Research Education. I would say the most challenging thing as a parent of a kid who has a food allergy is probably the ignorance that I myself had in the beginning. I didn't know what anaphylactic shock was. I didn't know the dangers, let alone the things that she needed to be able to have a normal life. When you go to drop your kid off, and every single time in the beginning, we'd have to go through everything she was allergic to. Preparation is everything. And me, for playing football for 13 years, it was all throughout the course of the week. It's getting ready for game day. When you're on the field, you're playing for your fans. At home, you're playing for your family. My playbook, read labels, keep it allergy friendly, and have an epinephrine nasal spray as a backup plan. Because when my family's safe from food allergens, that's the real victory. Visit foodallergy.org to learn more.
I always tell people I was the luckiest guy in the world. I wanted to be an Army man or a fireman, and I got to do both. As a firefighter, my job was about saving lives. I never thought one day I would be fighting for mine.
After spending his career answering the call to save others, Ken was diagnosed with ALS. Now he's facing his biggest battle, for more time. For 70 years, Muscular Dystrophy Association has been answering the call to help people live longer and more independent lives.
MDA means to me hope.
MDA is leading the way for people living with ALS, muscular dystrophy, and other neuromuscular diseases by accelerating research, advancing care, and advocating to empower families like Ken's.
I wouldn't be living as good of a life with ALS if it wasn't for MDA. MDA is helping people live stronger and love longer. Learn more at MDA.org today.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
All right, so Bob, go ahead, do you think?
Do you need a bank that truly values local business in this town? The opportunity to work alongside them, right with you as partners. Whether you're a small business or a large operation, Riverside Bank of Dublin, they've got the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin, they have the experience of working right here in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area and will help you reach your goals. So whether it's an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep your business running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale, Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in to get to know them at 6300 France Road. Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
So, Bob, we talked about it off the air a little bit here, and we'll go into it now before we get into the Steelers' loss, which was awful. Nonetheless, I showed you the blisters on my finger.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
You trying to pick up a waffle iron, Michael Scott.
Okay. And somebody else said to me,
Pam, I need you to send somebody to come pick me up.
No. I
drilled your foot?
Okay. Somebody else said to me, my buddy.
I like to wake up to the smell of bacon.
So somebody said to me, pop the blisters and put vitamin E. He said, go get vitamin E capsules.
Sure.
Not the tablets. Capsules are different. Open them up, put them on the finger, and then Band-Aids.
That might work.
Oh, what would you do for blisters? You have blisters like this. What would you do?
I've had blisters a lot in my life because of football.
Right. But like if I've got two like this, what is your...
I have two on my heels right now that I opened up last night and put rubbing alcohol on them.
Okay.
It dries them out.
So
the thing you want to put on them is zinc oxide.
In what?
Zinc oxide.
Oh, zinc. I thought you said zinc oxide. I was like zinc oxide.
Zinc
gotcha.
oxide.
Okay.
It'll dry them out. Then it'll feel. That's what the trainers would tell me to do in Dallas.
These don't
it worked
hurt.
a lot.
They're just.
Well, yeah, because you realize what a blister is, correct?
Yeah, I get it. But I'm saying like it was hurt. It hurt the first day.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt right now.
All right. Congrats.
Okay, so I go tell my wife this is what my buddy recommended. Pop them open, vitamin E, gel, and then Band-Aids.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife got upset by that.
Why is that?
Because she said, to her point, her dad is a dermatologist.
All right.
And said, talk to my dad before you do that.
The fact that her dad's a dermatologist and she is like a fully grown, formed adult and she doesn't know the answer to that leads me to believe that she's never asked. Like, how have you never asked him about that before? I feel like having a blister is it's a fairly common occurrence.
Okay.
So the fact that she never had a blister growing up, ever, is what you're telling me in her whole life?
I don't know, Bob.
What do you mean you don't know?
Bodie, if you've got this.
Keep saying this.
I'm
you just
showing
have blisters. Let's do it. You got blisters on your fingers. So you try to pick up a waffle iron.
Are blisters on your finger different than blisters on your feet?
No, a blister is simply caused by whether it's from friction or from heat.
Okay.
Heat is the end result of it.
So if you've got blisters, Bodie, peace. If you got these blisters, do you know what to do?
I'd probably just let it run its course, I guess.
So leave them where they're at.
Technically, no, but
okay, but leave where they're at then.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where the confusion is, Bob. You've had blisters. You've got professional people that help you with those things.
Yeah, that was 15 years ago, and I can remember what they told me. I just don't have any zinc oxide, so I usually just put rubbing alcohol on it.
I don't need to.
I don't need to let go.
Alcohol.
Well, same thing. I mean, if I didn't have any
I'm
rubbing,
not gonna pour Seager's wine coolers on there.
Yeah. I mean, there are times where I've had a sore in my mouth from my mouth guard. I would rinse my mouth out with vodka and spit it out.
There you go.
I mean, it's the same. I mean, it's getting the job done.
You put vodka. You
put vodka in my mouth. Yeah, it's a
no,
crazy thing.
No,
it's crazy to imagine. Usually, I drink it, but
I understand the time you spit it out.
Training camp, if I was wearing it all the time, I'd get sores, because I don't really have a high I don't know, gum line.
Okay.
And so if I had I used to tell them to cut my mouth guards down so they wouldn't sit up in the top of my mouth and sit there and grind up in my gum line. So I would get sores in there. So I would take vodka, swig it, and swish it around like mouthwash. It would burn pretty bad, and I'd spit it out, but it would help clean it out and it'd help make it feel better.
That's the part. So I haven't popped them yet, but you're saying I should pop them?
I did yesterday. They'll pop on their own.
Not mine.
The thing is, I'm active. So, they were going to pop. I would rather control when they pop. The thing is with you, Bodie, you go lift. If you had that and they popped in the gym, it's just a pain in the butt.
Yeah, it's a good point.
So I just would rather control the situation.
Game last night, Steelers lose to the Texans, and it's funny, Bob. I'm out there in Pittsburgh, and we talked about this kind of off the air, the atmosphere in Pittsburgh. It's pretty cool. And it was a great atmosphere last night. Really was. Had Texans fans in front of me four of them.
Good for them.
And look, Bob, I was happy for them. Are you guys at a point?
No.
Okay. Bodie's not.
I was happy
Bobby.
for CJ last night.
Okay.
Watching Cade Stover take a snap and get a sneak in.
No, I get it. You're not a Steelers fan, though. I'm saying, like, are you ever happy for the opposing team when you've got a rooting interest in the team that lost?
Depending on who the losing team is, or winning team is.
All right, let's
I don't
go.
really. I mean, like, I wanted the Steelers to win last night. I mean, I like CJ. One of my good friends is D coordinator for the Texans.
Who's that?
You could look it up.
No.
Talked about him before on here.
I'm just asking, Bob.
You like jump on. I could just the intensity.
No, I
of
wanted
which
to know
you
the
jump.
name.
His name's Matt Burke. He was my linebacker coach in Detroit.
Fair.
He was in Cincinnati with AJ. Really good guy. I'm hoping he gets a head coaching job this cycle. Great dude.
Okay.
And really smart. Worked his way up.
So you're happy for him.
Happy for him.
Yes.
Happy for CJ, all those guys. Like Cade. Like, that's awesome. I want to see Aaron have a chance to have a little bit of a run, just to see what he could do with it. They've got Cam over there, and I wanted to see him have a chance. Because those guys, they're running out of grains in the top of the hourglass.
Okay.
I mean, that's just the reality of it.
Yeah, I got you.
Aaron, a year ahead of me in the draft. And Cam missed me by a year here. Cam's like 37, 36. Like, he's older. And he's a great player, but like, how much longer is he going to be great? And I thought if Pittsburgh won a game, they could maybe win two. And I thought if they made it to the AFC Championship game, Aaron might come back. I don't think he comes back now.
Really? Think he's done now?
The defense is really old. I think you can squeeze another year out of them, but they need to get considerably better on offense.
Yeah. So I'm there, Bob, and like I told you, Texas fans in front of me, and when I realized it's over, like when I realized, hey, the Steelers aren't going to win this game.
Yeah.
And I was like happy for them. I'm like, you're a Texans fan. The guy in front of me
They've
also
never won anything of consequence.
and he's also like an Astros fan. Like, he's Houston to his core. And so, yes, I'm upset.
H-Town on the way down, baby.
There we go. I'm upset the Steelers lost, but I'm happy for him. And I feel like that makes me older.
Yeah, because you're not irrational and ridiculous now.
Okay.
As much as you probably were.
No, wait.
Which leads me to want to, I guess I did used to work with you 10 years ago.
You did. Are you irrational? Were you irrational and ridiculous?
There's times I've been that in my life.
Bodie?
I would be disingenuous to say the other.
Have you been? Well, you still are.
I was going to say probably, yeah.
Bodie's already said a couple of times no.
I'm
But like,
selfish, Tito. I want my team to win.
that's fine. But if they've lost, if it's gone, if it's a lost cause,
I don't know.
Notre Dame's down 28 points in the
you
fourth
knew
quarter.
that Steelers
That's fun.
you knew that Steelers offense wasn't going to be able to score.
Yeah.
And so you could kind of bury it. Once they got
to 16. 17.
I
They
think
got
17, there was
17,
still a
yes.
possibility you could get it done. You get a touchdown, 2 touchdowns, that meant tough. But there was still a chance. Once they passed 20, you're like, it's
done.
That was done.
I want Rodgers to come back, though. I do.
Well, maybe he will.
It was amazing.
I just thought it would be I thought with him looking at a pathway to be able to have success and to get to a Super Bowl, I thought he would maybe do that.
Right.
Making the playoffs, I think, was a win for him. So he didn't go out like he did last year.
It's kind of the way they
Jets.
made it.
Yeah, I mean, they beat Baltimore at the end of the year.
That's what I mean. Like, that's kind of the way. Like, it wasn't they were locked in 4 weeks before the playoffs started. Like, they've got a spot. It took that win over Baltimore. It was a so.
Well, if they would have won any of the other games,
Yes.
they would have had it locked up.
But I'm saying, like, the Baltimore
They chose
game
to take it down to the wire.
The Baltimore game, though, Bob, was a playoff game. The way I look at it, so he won one playoff game already.
Okay.
Before getting into this, like that was an elimination.
I don't know
game.
if that counts, but sure.
I know, Bob, it doesn't count, but it felt like that to me. That it was a playoff game, and then that. But I find myself, Bob, as I get older, more welcoming of the opposing team.
There you go.
That's
good.
Called, yeah,
it's called maturity, Thitoff.
Okay.
Yeah.
When
I like that, Tito.
Okay.
It's called orders, Maverick.
I felt it 15 years ago when did Nebraska come into the Big Ten?
2011.
Okay.
2012.
Before that.
11.
Yeah.
So that's when they added the change to the conference championship format.
I remember.
Legends.
And that was Wisconsin and
Nebraska. Yeah.
Okay. I remember when Nebraska came in, the first time Nebraska came here to play after that. And I was at breakfast one day, the day of the Nebraska-Ohio State game. And I saw Nebraska fans. And this is where it goes back to where I think I'm the ambassador of Columbus sports.
I pray that that's not the case.
Who do I talk to about that?
I don't know if that's an official position.
It's not. But I'm saying, okay, nonetheless, what I'm saying to Bob is I'm at a restaurant at Bob Evans.
Ooh, Bob's?
I love how you do that, Bodie. I'm at a Bob Evans, and I see a Nebraska family come in. And I strike up a conversation with them. And I'm like, welcome to the Big Ten. Welcome to Columbus. Hope you have fun. So 2011. It's 15 years ago. I'm 39.
Okay. So that's where it turns?
Like that's
late
where
30s?
I think that's what it is. And I'm like, welcome to Columbus. I hope you enjoy our city. I'm glad Nebraska's here. I hope you enjoy your time in Columbus.
There you go. Good for you.
Okay. Are you at that point in your life?
I wouldn't have been 2011 because we played that game
I know
on
you
the road.
No, I get it, though. But I'm saying, like, are you at that point, though? If people come in from another...
I mean, unless they're jerks, I'd say talk to them and have a conversation with them about things.
And you would want them to have a good experience.
Yeah. Why would I want them to have a bad experience?
No, Bob, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure what age?
I don't know. Probably when I was 25.
Okay. You, Bodie?
Yeah, I'm not going to be disrespectful to visiting
people coming in and sitting down eating dinner. It's not like
even at the stadium.
Yeah.
But once you start to act like I was at the
was your face painted?
No,
Okay.
I've never been a face
Devils.
painter. But
Yeah.
like, you know, you'd run into A&M fans when I was at the game this last fall, and you just like, hey, you know, good luck, keep it going. When I went to the Pittsburgh game at Pittsburgh in November,
right,
and we had a strong "Let's Go Irish" chant going in the pregame. And some guy 2 rows in front of me turned around, looked me dead in the eye.
By the way, it was an 80-year-old woman earlier.
No,
now it's
it was
changed the
probably
story. He's
college
doing it.
age kid.
Okay,
and he
that's
yells,
fine.
"Bleep the Irish." I was like, okay, this guy, I'm probably not going to have too many friendly, ventures with this fella here.
But
I'm not like, it's not like when we score, I'm running down and being like, see that? But
look, I will
tell you, I just saw a promo for the national championship game up here on ESPN, and I still feel the fire in my belly watching Miami. So, if that still counts,
it wasn't. No, listen, it wasn't Miami. It was Alabama. That's what got you out, right?
What do you mean?
Alabama's the reason Notre Dame went to the playoff.
But still,
I know.
We
But
should
I'm
have
saying,
beat
like,
Miami, and
I get it. No, I got all that. But I'm saying, like, Alabama was the reason Notre Dame's not in it.
Yeah,
it's not your fault.
It's not your
fault.
my fault.
No, I know it's not your fault.
I can think of a few people to blame.
It's not your fault, son. But yeah, like I look at that too, and I was thinking about that the other day, Bodie, and I thought about
we probably need to get a break.
We will. I'm saying I thought about that though, Bodie. Like I think that Alabama's the reason.
Yeah, that's
right. I know they do the head-to-head thing. I get it, but it's not. It's not. Miami is not the reason why.
Agreed.
Notre Dame's out. All right. Quick hitters next. Morning Juice.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. You don't want to start the new year off hurting. You don't want to start off the new year getting surgery. You don't want to start off the new year dealing with trying to plan something out into the future. What you want to do is get healthy. So what you want to do is go to my friends over at QC Kinetics. Dr. Tesner and his team, the medical pros at QC Kinetics right here in Columbus, they can deliver regenerative treatments that actually help your body repair the areas that are causing you pain. Those achy knees, hips, back, shoulders, whatever it is, they can help you get ready. So instead of those invasive operations, it's going to sideline you all of the early year. Go check out our friends at QC Kinetics and see if they can help you today. Imagine moving better, being stronger, planning your year, doing what actually you want to do. So don't wait. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices located in Dublin and Gahanna, and they're ready there for your free consultation. So go check them out today.
It's been a real journey since 2014 when I first had my injury. I realized that my home was just not working for me and that it was time to ask for help. Home Store Troops is really giving me my life back. The shower allows me to go in and turn around with my chair, pull down storage racks, automated door systems, hours of my morning given back to me. Adaptive sports are a huge part of my life, a huge part of my healing journey as well. Home Store Troops helped with making sure that I had a home gym so that I can continue to train. This past year, I was able to host Thanksgiving in my home. And it was the first time I was able to have my whole family in one place, and I was able to contribute to the meal. There are a lot more veterans in need, and Homes for Our Troops is going to be there to help them too.
Homes for Our Troops builds and donates specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post 9/11 veterans and enables them to rebuild their lives. Join our mission at hfotusa.org.
What does it mean to give 100%? It means giving everything you've got, every single day. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. So no matter what you give, we give 100% for life-saving research victories, 100% to making new discoveries that lead to innovative treatments, 100% to groundbreaking cancer research that could one day save someone you love. We know cancer research is working. Over the last 30 years, an estimated 4.5 million lives have been saved thanks to game-changing research breakthroughs. But there is more work to do. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. We will always give 100% to accelerate victory over cancer.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Donate today at v.org.
Tito invited the new Russian family who moved in down the street to watch Rocky IV. It did not go well.
I must break you.
This is Morning Juice.
Morning Juice. It's Tito. It's Bobby. It's Bodie. Bodie.
Tito.
Let's just...
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
All right, guys. Happy Tuesday. We'll start here with the college football world with just one game left in this college football season. Of course, we got the national championship game between Indiana and the Canes coming up on Monday night in Miami. With that, FanDuel, they've released their odds for next season's Heisman Trophy winner, and we got a tie right up at the top, both sitting at plus 800 odds. And in first place is Texas quarterback Arch Manning and Curtis Jason, also known as C.J. Carr, the Fighting Irish quarterback. Right behind them is a pair of Buckeyes, and you could probably guess who they are. That'd be Julian Sayin and wide receiver Jeremiah Smith. They're at 1,000 odds, so right behind Arch and C.J. And then Gunnar Stockton, the quarterback at Georgia, and Josh Hoover, the quarterback soon to be at Indiana, are both at plus 1,200. So your top six, C.J. Carr, Arch Manning, then you got Julian Sayin, Jeremiah Smith, and then Gunnar Stockton and Josh Hoover. Carp, it's a quarterback award. No surprise there that 5 of the top 6 guys are quarterbacks, and then the one is not a wide receiver. He's an alien.
Yeah. It's what's amazing is those were a lot of the guys on the list from last year. I mean, C.J. Carr wasn't there.
Julian wouldn't have been, but Arch was.
Julian wasn't that far down. They had, if you go look, it was basically like him and Lincoln Keynotes were sitting there in like the 10 to 12 spot together.
Ohio State starter.
Yeah, whoever starts a quarterback for Ohio State, they'll be in the mix.
Yeah.
Arch Manning was up there. JJ was up there. A lot of the other guys have left, but yeah, you have the preeminent players at preeminent positions for the preeminent teams, and that's what it's going to be. I'm curious to see what version of Arch we get this year.
Yeah,
because he got better as the season went on, but I had someone who told me he watched a lot of film, like he may have to change his last name. So I don't know if that's exactly the endorsement you're looking for.
I think that was the thing is I know he got better, but I still don't think he was anywhere close to what people thought he was going to be.
If he's Arch Thompson, if he's Arch Thompson, are we having the discussion?
It's a fair question.
You're still the quarterback of Texas.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You're still the quarterback of Texas in an offense that Steve Sarkisian has done a nice job.
Sure.
I know they got a couple big names in the portal with Hollywood Smothers, the running back from NC State. And then I think it's Cam Coleman, the Auburn wide receiver, if I'm remembering that correctly. So he's still in a good spot, but I think it's fair. Is he first? I don't know. Is he in the top 7 or 8?
Right.
I would say probably.
I'd say top 7 or 8, yes. But I don't think he's first.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't think so either.
If his name is something different, whatever it is, if his name's not Manning, I don't think he's one.
It'll be interesting to see if he can live up to some of that hype of this offseason. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see where the offseason hype gets this year.
His name was Ron Paulus.
Two
That would be
Heismans.
something
He'd
too.
get two Heismans.
Yeah, maybe he'd stick
Right.
around for a fifth year.
I don't like
But-
the way you did that to Bodie, Bobby, but that's fine.
Yeah, this past
Bodie
off
doesn't know it,
season,
though.
we
He doesn't know
yeah,
who
that
Rawls
was
is.
before
You don't
I
know.
was. No,
I
I
know
know
it
who
was.
he is.
Well,
but
I
that was
know,
before
but you
I was
don't-
alive. But yeah, this past off season, it was like national championship, Heisman Trophy,
Right,
first
I know.
round, number one overall,
Number
pick.
one overall.
and he was a far cry from
Made
basically
$6.8
all
million.
Didn't make the playoff.
Yeah.
Out of the Heisman.
9-3.
But Bob, he made
Didn't go to the
$6.8
draft.
million in NIL.
Okay.
So
shoot, there you go.
I wonder.
It's better to poke him in the eye.
No doubt it is. He's one of those guys who made more money than Shedeur Sanders also will make in his first contract, the 4-year deal he had for being where he was at. But I don't. Do you think Arch Manning? Let's do this. Let me think of this. Bob, do you think Arch Manning will ever win a playoff game as a quarterback?
I just told you what someone told me who I really respect, their evaluation.
I respect you.
Okay, so when they tell me that he might have to change his last name,
right?
I would be inclined to say no.
So you don't think Arch Manning? Okay, Bo, to you. Do you think Arch Manning ever wins a playoff game as a starting quarterback in the NFL?
Oh, the NFL? Oh, I thought you were talking about
No, I'm
college.
talking about NFL. Do you think Arch Manning ever wins a playoff game as a starting quarterback in the NFL?
I mean, I would say no, but I would honestly say no about most quarterbacks. To be
Okay.
fair, that go into the league.
CJ Stroud, check that box.
I'll tell you why I say
he's
yes.
He won one
Couple
last year,
now, right? Yeah,
Couple-
they beat the Browns last year,
Okay.
2 years ago.
So I would say yes because I think Arch Manning gets drafted later in the first round. I think he's a first-round quarterback. But I
Probably.
think-
yeah.
I love that.
Low bar to clear.
What, Bob?
Okay.
I think he gets drafted later in the first round. So he probably goes to a team that has a veteran quarterback already and an infrastructure there with an established coach. Much like the kid from Alabama, I think going to the Rams in the draft coming up this year will be good for him. Or goes to the Steelers in the first round. Marino went late to the Dolphins, 26.
Come the next Mason Rudolph.
No, Bob, I'm just saying, though, like, if you go later in the draft, it's better for your development, I would think.
That's
Fair?
probably
As
fair.
a quarterback?
I think there's just a lot that goes into it. I mean, I think it's probably safe to say right now the quarterback you'd be willing to bet on the most played at Wyoming.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
another guy that is going to play this weekend played at North Carolina.
Yep.
You know, it's kind of a...
That's why I lean towards that with him. I'm thinking, like, you know what? He's going to go to a team that's already decent. He's not going to go to the Raiders or the Jets.
What if he slips to the top of the second round?
Okay, now we got issues.
And he's cooked.
Yes. I'm just saying, though, if he did that, though, if he goes late first round, later, it's a team that's already got a quarterback who may be on the back nine of his career.
Cowboys?
Sure.
We'll go to the NFL here, guys. After Saturday night's ugly loss to the Bears in Chicago, Packers head coach Matt LaFleur, Peter's brother.
Bleeding my own blood.
Peter's brother. He's set to meet with team president Ed Policy. Heck of a name there to be the team president running the policy. LaFleur.
Is it related to Carmen Policy?
Yeah. I think that'd be, right.
Let's see. Carmen Policy ran the Niners for a long time.
Okay, I wasn't.
That's where we're at,
I
yeah.
honestly didn't pick up.
Policy's
on the
kind of a
reference. I'll be
unique last
Yeah,
name.
it is.
It
It's,
is.
it's very fair.
I wish I had the last name.
LaFleur, he has one season remaining on his contract, and Policy said last summer that he's generally opposed to either LaFleur or their general manager there in Green Bay, Brian Gutekunst, serving in their roles during a contract year. So he doesn't like having kind of lame duck coaches there. LaFleur, he's had a very, up and down time in Green Bay. They've been really, really good in the regular season, especially his first few years. They were winning like 13 games every year. He's won 65% of his games in the regular season. They've made the playoffs every year except for one out of 7 seasons. That was in 2022 when they missed it. But their lack
He's
of
been there
postseason,
7 years.
I know.
Yeah.
That was hard to believe. But he's 3-6 in the playoffs. I was looking through it this morning. San Francisco's knocked him out of the playoffs like 5 times.
They
in the last
They beat the
7 or 8
doors
years.
off on them a couple times too.
Yeah, they had a couple disappointing NFC title championship games when Rodgers was still there. And then you look at it, obviously this year, they had every opportunity there to beat Chicago, and they kind of just kept blowing it. So, Tito, I'm generally not somebody who's screaming to fire coaches. I think moving on from Matt LaFleur would be a mistake, but I do understand Packers fans' frustrations with, it's title town, right?
Sure.
You're supposed to win Lombardis, and they've had some disappointing exits in the postseason.
See, and Bodie, you back in the 70s and early 80s.
I don't remember that.
I know you don't. the Packers would play half their home games in Milwaukee.
The Milwaukee Packers. Your family, your religion.
Call them the Acme Packers.
And the Milwaukee
So they would
Packers.
go to Milwaukee for half their home games. There was half of them there because they couldn't sell out Lambeau.
Jeez.
So, Bob, and I've wanted to ask you this since the other day. When the Ravens moved on from Harbaugh, and it's like, we need a new voice.
Sure.
Okay. As a former player, is a new voice, is that like, it feels like just BS coach speak or franchise speak, I should say, I guess, on that.
Things get stale. People that have been there all together for a long time, unless you're churning your roster, sometimes like your message is good. It just, people quit listening to it. Like the relationships get a little stale, and like you're trying to find innovative ways. Like you've just done things the same way for so long, and it's not that they don't work. It's just that it's not as productive as it used to be.
So that's real. Like, I look at Harbaugh. Harbaugh was great for years in Baltimore. Years. It had success there. So, like, okay, he's a good coach. We can all agree with that. Harbaugh, good coach for Baltimore.
No question.
Okay, good coach. But you're saying, are you saying that at times it makes sense to give it a good coach?
I think when a good coach isn't producing the way that you would like them to, then yeah. There are times where good coaches don't win anymore and the team doesn't look like they should. And I think that you've gotten to maybe that point with John Harbaugh. And I don't know if you've gotten to that point with LaFleur. And he's a good coach, but how is his inability to win in the playoffs? Is that a roster thing, a structural thing, or is there some coaching that goes into that? I mean, you had a 3-score lead in Chicago.
Sure.
You might want to be able to close the door on that.
Yeah.
That's why
some of those Rodgers MVP years when they got bounced in the NFC title game, it was like, dang, man, you're at home in the NFC Championship game. I don't think that's a roster issue for the most part. I
think they had some tackle deficiencies. Like they had some deficiencies, but yes, I mean they've got to have a better plan than what they had.
Was Parcells that way?
What do you mean Parcells that way?
Parcells comes in and does great jobs where he goes.
He also he never was anywhere very long.
Giants for a long time, right?
And he retired after they won a Super Bowl.
Right, I know. And then, so I'm saying, like, but Parcells, though, and like here in Columbus, Tortorella kind of a thing where.
Yeah. Guys that do things really hard. The problem is, can they transition from creating a culture and trying to reset everything,
right,
to then being able to run something at a more sustainable pace? Some guys can do it, some guys can't. I mean, Bill would always leave before that ever happened.
If I say Parcells is Tortorella-ish,
I think there's similarities.
Okay, yeah.
I think John Tortorella would be honored if you said that about him. I'm not being.
I got you.
He would ask me questions. He's a New York Giants fan. He loves Bill.
That's what I wondered about, because Parcells seems like that kind of guy who comes in and like changes culture right now, and we're flipping the script today. And after 3 or 4 years, does it start to lose it? Great run with the Giants, but Patriots, Jets, Cowboys, I didn't know.
All those, none of those teams he left were in shambles. They were all in a much better place than when he found them.
No doubt. And Tortorella was here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could think of a coach if Green Bay needs one, and he's already got some experience at Lambeau.
Of course he does.
Mr. Mike McCarthy.
Yes.
No, you don't. That would be terrible.
Bring him back, Bob.
Bring him
Super
back.
Bowl winner.
Right. He's got a
With
title.
the franchise.
Coming up next, we'll get Schlegs. The Schlegs Day. We'll do that next Morning Juice.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a bright, focused foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
Once there was a man who couldn't stand.
A mom who couldn't wait.
A scientific community that said it couldn't be done.
And then you.
And then I.
And then we.
Brought neuromuscular disease into screaming color with the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
For 75 years, our voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
We've willed the impossible into existence.
We've pushed the science,
raised the funds,
shifted the narrative,
and transformed the reality of life with neuromuscular diseases.
For 75 years, we've built communities together.
Established the field of neuromuscular medicine,
and made it thrive.
Call that a legacy.
Call it impact.
Call it momentum.
Just call it ours.
Because it's the generations of community heroes that give MDA the strength we have today.
And until neuromuscular disease is a thing of the past, you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
Some journeys start small, with small pause and big purpose.
Look how little are, you sweet girl.
Every great partnership begins with the first step.
Bella, let's go.
Guiding them through the world so one day they can guide someone through life. With shared experience, confidence grows, and the path becomes clear. It takes time, patience, and love. But the reward lasts a lifetime.
Hey, good girl, Bella.
You don't just raise a puppy. You raise a future. Become a Dogs Inc. puppy raiser. Give a dog a purpose. Give someone hope.
Learn more at dogsinc.org.
Proud to be your go-to sports addiction.
WBNS, WBNS FM, HD3 Columbus.
The Fan 3, Ohio sports destination. Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Morning Juice. Tito. Cart. Bodie. Not Brody, because it's not Thursday. I've talked to him off the air, Bob, a couple times. Your Highness.
Sounds great.
It could have been great if Ohio State played out there in Arizona. It could have been great content, you and him.
That would have been fun. Believe me, I was very disappointed they didn't win.
Were you more disappointed Ohio State lost or more disappointed that you can't meet Your Highness?
Ohio State losing, I think, was probably the entree in that meal.
Yeah, I get it. No, it's but I've talked to him a couple times, though, and we'll have him on again Thursday this week. Are you both here all week? Let's get that out of the way right now.
Oh, yeah.
You're both here all week. First of all, don't say, oh, yeah, like that, Bodie, like, oh, yeah, of course we are.
What are you talking about? I didn't really take a day. Took very few days off until December. That's why I took the whole month of December off. So
I understand.
Why would you think that I wouldn't be here?
I think you will be here. I was talking more about Bodie when he's like, oh, yeah, I'll be here. Like, I should expect him to be here every week, every day.
Bodie shows up to work.
I know he does, Bobby, but he also has 74 PTO days he uses.
He has less than I do. So I don't know what you're talking about. Your argument is falling on deaf ears.
First of all, we're on radio. Nothing's on deaf ears. I'm glad we're all here together. What, Bodie?
You never know.
That's fair.
Maybe somebody likes just watching us.
Right.
Lip reading on YouTube.
Yes. We'll get Schlegs on here shortly. It's a Schlegs Day. We haven't had Schlegs Day for a while. Bobby, I have found that having Schlegs on, which I love Schlegs. We have Schlegs audio we play. But I like it more when you're here. Because you can, how do I put this?
Extract.
Extract's a great word, Bob.
Yeah. I read Thitoff, so it helps my vocabulary.
I'm going to Google extract when we get off the air. But yes, you can get things from him that and I know.
Entice.
That's God, Bobby. When I'm with Austin or Zwick.
Illicit.
Because you elicit's an E or an I on that one. Does it matter? Is there an E illicit and an I illicit that's different?
I don't think I've ever written it down. That's a great point.
I wonder.
Not like illicit drugs.
Right, that's what I'm asking
illicit.
You. Is illicit with an E, illicit with an I, are they different?
I think illicit with the E is what I'm looking for.
But illicit.
Verb to draw out or bring forth a response.
Then that's with an E. What's an I?
Illicit with an I is like
that's a little different.
Drugs, like
right.
illegal, like
that's
on the fringe of the law.
There we are. Okay, so E and I mean different things. So
yes, they're different
illicit.
words.
They're different words. Schlegs, you there?
Yeah.
Good. Oh, good Lord. Good
Did you go out last night with some of the coaches?
No.
Oh,
I went to bed. I'm just tired.
Good. You're super blown
Did we
out.
wake you up?
Yeah.
You already
pissed off now.
What are you pissed off about?
I don't want to talk to your ass.
All right, hang up the
You
phone.
want to sleep. Hey, come on, talk to me. What's up?
Go, Bob.
All right. How was it seeing everybody last night and yesterday?
Yeah, it was really good. I got to take out my retainers. I just woke up. No, it was good. I got to talk to a lot of coaches, see what they're doing, like actually understand what we need to do from a concept of sports science. And, you have to be in the weeds to actually create solutions. There's just a big education gap. Like, we know how to necessarily use them in Ohio State football and how it can be applicable, but force plates are great for all sports, all athletes. So I'm like, dude, we need to go down here next time and, actually show them how you can apply it in a team setting and be valuable to them. So, but it was really good overall. We did well.
Did Ohio State get...
Stan, I want to
do your
talk
thing.
to you.
Go ahead.
No. Hey, guess what, Bob? Awesome story. So Chick shows up. Chick Harley.
Chick
Rob
is
Harley, guys.
Rob Harley,
Rob Harley. Chick didn't show up. Rob showed up.
The great-grandnephew of Chick Harley, so that's what Tress always
The
called
house
him.
that Chick built.
Yes, he's the defensive coordinator for Northern Illinois.
Yes. And he comes over, and Bob, if I say, it was flashback 20 years ago, same personality and everything, oh my gosh, it was so fun. And he was telling his DB coach, some of the things, and how he's like, I can't even say this to the kids because they're like, oh my gosh, why don't you punch him in the face, or do that? And we were going back how Friday nights we'd get into our robes at the Blackwell, and then we'd all go into somebody's room and watch the 80s movie, and then you'd crank that in their room up to 80 degrees, 90 degrees, so it was really hot when they went back in their room because we were all real close to each other. And I forgot that they fed us Wendy's double cheeseburgers and Frosties, because Rob and I roomed a lot on those things.
Oh,
and he'd be like, and I'd eat mine hey, you eat that extra one of yours, and he'd no, go ahead. And so I'd probably pound 3 of them with
you eat
Frosties.
3 of the double cheeseburgers.
Hey man, you never know when your next meal is going to be.
Schlegs, I saw you back then. Bobby's surprised as a friend, longtime teammate. I'm not surprised you had 3 double cheeseburgers. When the narrative out there nationally is Ohio State got out physicaled by Miami. Is that
a narrative?
Yes, that's the narrative.
Where have you heard that narrative?
Have you heard that, Bodie, or not? Or am I alone?
Why are you pointing at people, dude?
I mean, I feel like it happened in the game.
Okay. I would say this.
Yes.
They got beat on the edges. Our tackles didn't and our right side of the offensive line did not play well. I go back. There was that one play where everybody talks about Baines setting the edge. That was the outside zone, right? But the play happened because I think it was 99-98, cross-faced our guard on the backside to make him stay outside because the cutback was right behind Austin. That, here's the thing of that. I thought they won the line of scrimmage, yes.
You thought Miami did?
They won the line of scrimmage,
okay.
Yes. They played a physical brand of football. That, saying that they out-physicaled them, I think is a bit of a stretch. But I would say that they played very physical. And, honestly, if you wanted to say that, you could. The stats would tell you that they outrushed Ohio State.
Right.
They had a lot of sacks, which goes into the net rushing in college football. But they outrushed us. So, yeah, you could say that.
So as you're watching the game, and that's why, I know because you are big time fitness guy, strength guy. That's your background. And so when you're watching the game, do you see it that way and say, "Oh my God, what the hell's going on?" Or because I know you play, you know these guys.
Yeah, but strength on strength, it's different. And we've said this for a long time. Bobby said it for a long time. What were the areas that worked in our running game inside? When we go our gap and we're able to fire off the ball, not an issue. Plus the edge stuff doesn't work when you're going straight north and south. Those were the ones that were hitting when we ran with tempo. And here's the other thing too, guys. This whole portal combat stuff, Bob, you talked about it yesterday on the show. What are people not going to have a lot of moving forward, Bob?
Offensive line depth, defensive line depth.
100%. So, hit it over and over and over again with a little bit of tempo. Let's go. And it's depth across the board. Now, if you do a really good job of developing the younger guys behind there, you could have some. Probably going to be a little bit of drop-off, but that's the thing. If you guys spend all your money on 22, 30 guys, what is that depth going to look like? Also, what is practice going to look like? That's a thing down the road to consider, So, anyways, good stuff.
Yeah, very interesting how the construction of rosters will ultimately shift moving forward. The strength.
Hey, Bob, when we do our show, I want you to elaborate to people actually what Learfield IMG does.
I saw your text come in at 11:15 last night. I saw it this morning when I got out.
You want me to come on the show with you, too, Schlegs?
No, you go on there, man. You're a good dude. I like you.
Thank you. I love you, Schlegs.
Yeah.
That's big.
L-O-V-E.
We were talking yesterday how you're down there, and you haven't been to the coaches convention in a while. And just a little inside baseball with the coaches convention. It's always kind of been this week. Historically, you would wrap up.
It was always the weekend before, or you know what, Bob? It used to be the weekend of the national championship game, right? You would watch it. I remember with your brother down in San Antonio, we were watching the national championship game together at the coaches conference. And here's the deal, guys. There's no big time coaches down here. Why? Tell me why, Tito.
I don't have an answer for you there.
He's asking you a question.
I know. I don't have the answer.
Have you thought about it?
Well, have you thought about it?
Why there's no big time coaches down here?
Yeah.
I don't know the reason why. I think there should be. Bob, no, wait, listen.
That's
Bob just closed his eyes.
That's an answer that gave no thought to.
Okay, no, I don't know why there's not more. I don't know the reason.
Why are you speaking so fast?
Because Bobby closed his eyes. He closed his eyes and nodded. I'm okay saying I don't know how. I don't know why.
He thinks volume and tempo equal correctness. I tell my kids.
I don't know why. I'm not sure the reason.
But you haven't even. I've already given you a lot of hits.
I know. Listen. There should be more.
What's going on right now?
You know what? Though? You know what's amazing?
What's that?
It's amazing that's you're a fan. You don't see things through a different prism. You just kind of see them however it is that you think you could see them. The point is this.
Yes.
The American Football Coaches Association Conference.
AFCA.
It is. AFCA. I've talked about it. One of the things I've talked about so far, Bob, starts with a P, ends in an portal.
I think it's portal.
Okay, so where are coaches right now and not going to a conference? Where are they? On what?
Okay.
On C. Starts with a C, ends in an ampus.
I'm guessing.
They're on campus.
Krampus? Campus.
Campus.
Got it.
Their campus. So it used to be where back in the day, how I got my job at Ohio State was Tress and all the staff was at the AFCA in Dallas. And he's like, hey, do you want to be a strength coach? I said, yeah. He's like, okay, you got to take Fickle and go kill a pig. I was like, okay. But they were all there together. The staff was there. It was an opportunity for your younger guys to meet other coaches, network.
Right.
Your coaches to network, see who's an up-and-comer. It's where Tress would interview other guys for positions that he knew were going to be open on the staff. It's not because they're in the portal. And I say all that to say this. It doesn't matter. It's crazy. The whole thing is it's bad timing. Man, it's so simple to correct. But there's no adults in the building, and they especially don't drink Monster.
Okay.
Which is terrible. Yes. Well, please ask me a really good question.
I've got a great question for you now, Schlegs, because I want to be positive here. Tell me somebody.
I'm always positive with you.
Tell me somebody who came to work with you. I don't care if it's high school, college, NFL, whatever. Tell me somebody who came in to see you the first time and you thought, this guy, there's no way in hell he'll get better. And and then he like showed you he could do it. Like somebody who exceeded your expectations as a strength and conditioning coach.
Mm-hmm.
Any name. I like say high school, college, NFL, whatever. Over at the Armory, just somebody who came in and you thought there's no way in hell this guy's going to stick it out. And you can't say my son. But somebody else, though, who went in and did stuff, and you're like, this guy was better than I thought he would be.
Well, I mean, like, just off the top of my head at Ohio State, like Joshua Perry's transformation, Taylor Decker's transformation.
You did? I pointed at you, too.
Oh, guys, when Taylor Decker, when Andrew Norwell and Lindsley drug him through the hallway and like kicked him out, like he ain't gonna play here now, and he did, right? Joshua with this little soft body and dreads.
Really?
Oh
Yeah,
he was soft.
Yeah,
soft and skinny.
That's goose shit.
Okay, there he goes. Bodie reached for
what?
No, it's fine. Go ahead. Go. You're fine. I know he's got it. Yes, that's fine. I didn't know Joshua Perry was that skinny and soft.
See a picture of him from high school?
25-0 times. He posted it of the development aspect of being at the Ohio State University. And I'll tell you this too. I never think what you just said.
Okay.
I don't.
You don't think like anybody comes in. You never like say, this guy's not gonna be able to do what I want him to do.
Nope. Never. You know why? Because I'm a coach. Urban, one of the greatest things Urban ever said to me, and I use it in coaching perspective all the time, is he walked up and he's like, I don't pay you to coach John Simon. I pay you to coach that guy. He's like, my wife could coach John Simon. And I think that's the problem sometimes with coaches. We like to coach the guys that we like to coach. We like to coach the guys that are easy.
They're easier to coach,
The guys that have our same mentality. But like this was early on, and I'm with them. Like the art of coaching is the extrapolation of greatness that's in them, and I'm going to do it. And it's like finding the way to do it. Sometimes it's more cerebral, it's more conversation. Sometimes it's a size 12. Sometimes it's a size 12 with a hug, with an educational session. Like you don't know. You got to build up an arsenal of teaching methodologies.
So
sometimes you got to body snatch them. Tito, Bobby knows. Like I body snatched a couple of dudes, and then it's like it changes what their perspective of you when they feel a little bit of the gas station readiness from the older gentleman in the room. And it's like,
Yeah.
Coach Schlegs, and the answer is this, you know what? You're 18, 22, you're still making a lot of money. I will straight up whoop your ass.
Okay.
Somewhere if we had to.
So Schlegs, is that tough for you? Because we've talked before on this show about when you get coaches that had like, we talk about Magic Johnson, like who has to coach somebody and says, no, just do it the way I did it. You're a workout fiend. And sometimes you get people that come through that aren't gas station ready, aren't Schlegs. Is that hard for you?
No, not at all. Why would it be hard for me?
Because he doesn't. Like, you can say,
why would he,
I would do this. I'll lift this. Why? Because I'm Schlegs. I'm going to lift this.
So you talk so animated. I'm like, can you just have a conversation over the phone? I'm laying in my bed.
I would call you.
I'm laying in my bed.
If you want to talk after the show, we can have a conversation. I'm asking you, though, because you're Schlegs, and you say, yes, why do I do this? Because I eat metal. If the guy doesn't eat metal, is that hard for you?
That's not at all. Right? Because, like, it's you want them. Well, I would say this. The hardest part, and you don't have this Ohio State because hopefully they didn't recruit that. The hardest part, or even in the private setting, would be if they don't necessarily even want to be there. Like, they're not, at the very initial thing, excited about the – because guess what, man? Everybody wants to be strong. Nobody wants to be sore, Tito. Like, that's the problem with the general pop.
That's good. That's good.
That's the problem with the general pop. Like, it's when you do get sore and when you do start to have you're being consistent and how your body responds, or because of your body, the results don't happen as quick as you want because everybody wants instantaneous gratification, and it takes work. Like, I'm still strong, at 44 because of the work I did at 24. Right? Like, you're not going to walk in and do what I do in there. You don't have the work capacity nor the tissue to be able to handle the stress that I can handle under a bar. But doesn't mean you can't build up to that and work, and it's going to be very difficult, and it's going to be long and an arduous road ahead of you, but, like, you can get there. The thing with coaching athletes, especially now, is I think you got to go back into – oh, man, like, yes, the love of the game wants to be there. We can all say that. But, like, what you're seeing and the fact – Bob blew my mind the other day when he said, like, the reason people jump in is because that's how those guys, those agents get paid because they renegotiate their contract because they had to jump in the portal to go renegotiate. Blew my mind. Oh, my gosh. So pissed off. But you can't say it's not about financial resources because it is. So it's going into the play of maximizing their value and potential. So, and however they want to take that, hang on, Tito.
Go ahead.
However they want to take that,
right?
Whether it's I want to increase my value of my next year's portal, or I want to increase my value on this team, or I want to increase my value like in the NFL, or I just love football and I just want to keep increasing my value so I can be the best player for Ohio State. Like, that's the approach. And you just got to still be fanatical. You got to be, I wouldn't say more analytical, but you got to be able to show them that the work is working. You can still be hard with a high standard, but just know you might get more pushback from somebody that just got there than somebody that's been there for 3 years and have witnessed other people, right, be called out or, whatever. You're going to have to be very clear and concise and direct when you have that initial meeting of what the standard is. And here are the consequences of not upholding the standard. And you cannot bat an eye. And if they do, bump them.
I have totally hijacked.
You might have to take some costs on some of those things.
I've totally
but
hijacked
it can't
this.
be at the detriment of the culture. What?
Okay. Middle school, high school, college, pro. Who do you like to work with the most? Which athlete? Middle school, high school, college, pro?
I don't know. No.
Nothing. Doesn't matter.
I like them all.
Okay.
I don't matter. I absolutely had a great time as an intern in middle school football.
Right.
I've enjoyed high school athletes. Coaching's coaching. So my pastor, I hear him say this all the time, but in coaching, especially now, this has to be the why. He was talking about love, and love is your joy in the Lord expressed towards others at great expense to yourself. And it's like, that's what it is. Like, people don't see the behind the scenes, and you can say coaches get compensated or whatever, which they do. But that's your job. But it's expressing that and serving other people and serving the players. Like, that's why you coach, to compete, to have the same mindset, to build something. And so regardless of level, I think that if you're not of that, you won't necessarily fully enjoy it. I think maybe there's some really good satisfaction in the younger because like I know, like that will never blossom into an NFL player, right?
Right.
But the goal is, how can I make that experience so good that it goes into 8th grade, or they're set up enough to have success as a freshman? You know what I mean? And then maybe they're the backup to the backup for 2 years, and now they're a backup position guy or a slight starter as a senior. Like, unbelievable. Everybody's career is different. That doesn't necessarily mean more successful than the others if you maximize what God gave you in your abilities in that moment. If that makes sense.
Schlegs, I will call you after the show. We'll have the conversation you wanted to have. I put your number.
Listen. Call me after the show.
I put your number. I put your number in the chat. Other people might call you also. We appreciate you.
Fine.
We love you. You're the man. Thanks,
Call
Schlegs.
me. It'll be spam. Hey, is he going to go on the show with us, Bob?
Not today.
No, Bob says not today. He means not ever. That's okay. I can live with that, Schlegs. But I appreciate you.
You know what? You're a really nice guy.
Thanks, Schlegs.
But like this whole, I gotta get up now.
Go back to bed.
Sucks.
All right.
No, I can't. I gotta. No.
Got stuff to do now.
I forgot it was Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Yeah.
Shoot.
It's a 3's day. We'll talk about that in a second. Thank you, Schlegs.
It's been hard. Hey.
Yeah.
Wait, what day is today?
Today's Tuesday. 3's day.
Oh crap.
Do you want?
There we go.
No. Does he want to do his out thing? What he says?
No.
Go Bucks beat cancer.
See you guys. Bye.
There we go. Thanks, Schlegs.
His outro.
He does something.
Yeah. All right. Listen, it is. Play the sound.
I'm trying to. It's not. I think Bodie's got
there
me.
You go.
Thank you, Bodie.
Hear the sound. You know what it is. It's an appetizer. 3's day at Roosters, and the featured appetizer today is the cheesy bacon fries.
Oh.
The curly fries smothered in nacho cheese, covered with bacon. Anytime you can put some pig and potato together, it's a win for everybody. They're delicious. They're tasty. And they're $3 all day long today at Roosters. So go check them out.
I want people to know this. Bobby just off the top of his head did that. That wasn't like a red script. Like usually there's a piece of paper in front of you. Good job.
Just about anybody that's hearing this is also seeing it. So
that's fine. Coming up next, Jackets made a big move yesterday. Aaron Portzline's going to join us. We'll talk about that next. Morning Juice.
New year, new you, new truck from Germain Toyota of Columbus. And the deals are built tough. Drive home the all-new 2026 Toyota Tacoma with 2.99% financing for up to 48 months. Need more muscle? The 2026 Toyota Tundra delivers with 2.99% financing for up to 72 months, or take $3,000 in customer cash. Germain Toyota has the truck and the deal you've been waiting for. Shop today at Germain Toyota of Columbus, where selection, value, and trust come standard. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Miss Fernandez, what are those tiny things?
Those are what we call amoebas. You can only see them through a microscope.
Wow.
Today's students are tomorrow's great thinkers and innovators. But right now, there's a funding crisis in public schools. Millions of kids go to schools that don't have funding for books, computers, and so much more just because of where they live. You can help change that. Donors Choose is a nonprofit that lets you support students and teachers in your community and beyond. You choose which supplies to support. You could provide first graders with pencils and paper, or other students with their first chapter books, help a music class get a guitar.
You could even supply a classroom like mine with a science project. But what you're really giving is the moment that sparks a brighter tomorrow.
To learn more, please visit DonorsChoose.org. That's DonorsChoose.org. Choose students. Shape the future.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about direct relief. a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
My name is DeMar Hamlin. I play for the Buffalo Bills, and I play safety. CPR saved my life. I've teamed up with the American Heart Association as a national ambassador to help create a nation of lifesavers, turning bystanders into lifesavers. Through CPR education and access to AEDs, nearly 3 out of 4 cardiac arrests that don't happen in hospitals happen in homes. Join me to ensure everyone has the chance to live longer, healthier lives. Visit heart.org/nation.
Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
All right, Morning Juice. Bit of a big deal, I guess, Bob, yesterday. Jackets fired their head coach, Dean Evason. Now we're joined by Aaron Portzline from The Athletic. Porty joins us here. By the way, I'll say it up front. Go subscribe to The Athletic. It's worth it. If you're my age, I'm 54. If you're close to my age, it's your morning sports page. Go check it out. There's always great content on there. A lot of great reporters. And, Porty, are you surprised Dean Evason is no longer the coach of the Columbus Blue Jackets?
Tito, I'm surprised that it happened yesterday. He started to catch wind with the club on this last road trip. You start to catch just vibes, feelings that things are not maybe, things aren't going particularly well. I think everybody expected. Conventional wisdom says you get to the long break next month for the Olympics. That's the time where you make this move. And I think Don Waddell probably understood that thinking to a point, but I also think he looked at the standings, the upcoming schedule, and said, we got to make a move now. And I don't think he thought it was going to change over the next 8 to 12 games before the Olympics with Evason. So the move was made. But yes, it was a surprise to many, myself included, that it took place yesterday.
I mean, is there any one incident you think that pushed this over the edge? Was there something that happened here in the last week to 10 days that brought this to more of a boiling point?
Well, Bobby, it's a great question, and this has not been confirmed directly by Waddell, who's probably the only guy who could really answer that. My sense is that the ball started rolling on this. I'm not saying a final decision was made, but that a ball started rolling when they lost to Pittsburgh. It would be now a week ago Sunday. Had a 4-1 lead, lost 5-4 in overtime. Everybody remembers that game, even though it seems like you've seen it before a million times. This team's inability to hold leads was absolutely driving the players who are responsible, the coaches who are responsible, and Waddell. Absolutely crazy. And they didn't really seem to have an answer for that or how things were going to be different in the future. I think that's when it started. I'm not sure how they convinced Rick Bowness out of vacation, out of retirement. He seemed pretty comfortable in that setting. I think that probably took a couple days and some talks on his side too. Like, do we really want to do this again? He's 70 years old. I've been saying here, guys, senior management doesn't mean senior management. It just means you're the upper crust of your front office. Don Waddell's 67. The coach now is 70, so let's roll. There's some experience in the front office and on the bench, absolutely.
So, Porty, when you look at it, I'm not going to ask about a specific player or players. As a group, though, do you think this is a move that is welcomed by the players, or they're going to look at it like, I don't know why we did this?
Broadly, I think it will be welcomed. I think they were searching for answers to. And you got to be careful. Bobby, you know this, like what coaches and what players say on the outside is those are not the conversations they're having on the inside, right? So everyone said what they said publicly. You wonder what the frustration was privately. You're starting to hear more players. Zach Werenski had an amazing quote after that Pittsburgh game. It was not directed at Evason. It didn't even mention his name, but just about how they became so coy and so almost scared in these games with the lead. They have the lead, and they're still really reluctant to get going. I think the players were frustrated by how the season was going. I think the young players, the highly skilled players, Chinnikov's gone now. That one's too late. But Kent Johnson's had a really rough year. I'm sure he's, without saying it, I don't think it's anything personal with Evason, but yes, I think he's looking for a new voice and maybe some new answers as to how to get his game going.
So last year, team, I think, exceeded expectations, especially given how the season started and just everything that went into that. Get on the fringe of the playoffs. Seemed like they were headed in the right direction. There were talks of this team being a playoff team, being a top, potentially 4 or 5 seed in the East. Porty, where did it all go wrong? Why didn't it work?
I think you look at a couple of categories. I think it's the late leads, and I know some of those they have gotten single points, the loser's point out of it, but they've had 27 games, 27 losses this season, and 1/3 of them, 9 of them, they've had the lead in the third period. Like over the course of the season, you're going to lose some of those games. It's become such a chronic problem. Think of how different this team looks if you even put 5 or 6 points onto their record. If you could take even that much away from that debacle. I think the goaltending, the second goaltender now, Elvis Merzlikins, I'm not sure he's been handled right. I know he hasn't played well, and that's been a crusher for this team. The other thing that just I think was there last year and hasn't been there this year is last year's team played with a ton of fire. Every player had 2 hands on the rope. And you watch this team play this year, and you have a real question about what are they trying to be? What is the identity of this team? I see them turn away from hits rather than skate through them. I see soft plays, the kind that just drive coaches and management crazy. I don't think they played particularly well in Utah, if I'm being honest with you, and they won 3-2 in overtime. But almost a winless road trip. Things were starting to stack up on them, and I think they didn't feel as though they could wait any longer.
Aaron Portzine joins us from The Athletic. He covers the Blue Jackets, covered them since day 0. Porty, so you can tell if I'm wrong on this, but I know Bobby does also.
Thank you, Porty.
No, Bobby does all the time. It's okay. Off the air, on the air, whatever. But going back, it feels like the losing leads late in games has been a pandemic with the Jackets for multiple years before Dean got here. So is that true, and how does a coaching change affect that?
So it has been an issue before. I think there have been times where they're just not good enough.
Right.
I think it was not an issue last year. It was not an issue early this season. Once it became an issue, I think it was the Islanders game that they gagged away in the final minute and 4 seconds. They were up by a goal and gave up 2, boom, boom, and lost. I think that rattled them. I think when a team feels as though they don't have answers for how something is going to be different, I think it makes it much easier to fall into this, oh, no, here we go again type of situation. And I didn't hear a ton of answers in terms of this is how things are going to be handled. I talked to some veteran coaches, this is like a month ago now. How would you handle this? What would you do about this? And, I'm sure Evason was doing things behind the scenes that was not revealed to us. But so much of it was, we need some breaks, we need some bounces. I thought we played pretty well. The other team's pretty good too. And you didn't hear, no, this is what we're doing, right? And to me, that was I think a troubling thing for a lot of people, and I think some they got into their heads. It clearly did, and you could just see this last Pittsburgh game again a week ago Sunday. Everybody in the building knew what was coming. Like everybody did. from the latest stages of the second period when they made it 4-2, but then you're watching the third period and you're going, these are going to be goals. When are they going to happen? And you just knew the tying goal was coming. You knew it was. Everybody in the building did. It had a very strange air about it, and that's just no way to go through this. You got to have leads to win games, and you got to be able to close those out. A different voice, a different approach. Rick Bowness, wonderful person. I've dealt with him many times over the years, but he is a no BS guy, and it's going to be a different voice. It's going to be loud and clear. My sense is you'll see him shorten the bench, and it will be play the same way you played the first 50 minutes. Maybe dial back the risk a half a stride.
Right.
But don't stop playing. If you stop playing, I'm going to stop playing you. That's how this is going to work. Proceed. Be good. Go play. Go win.
We'll get you out on this one. Is Bowness the coach next year when the season starts?
I would be. I'll have to see on that one. So they're not calling it an interim hire,
right,
which is interesting. But I was told yesterday that the agreement for now is through the end of this season, which tells me that, guys, this is their fifth coach since John Tortorella left. That's incredible. And it sounds like they're probably going to have a search next summer as well. Rick Bowness retired, right, in 2024 because he felt like it was time. Well, now it's almost 2 years later. Seriously, I can't wait to hear what the conversation was to get him out of retirement, either living in Tampa or living in Prince Edward Island, two choice spots. And here he is back behind the bench again. So this will be interesting. But I do think it's through the end of this year, and they may already have somebody in mind for next season. Name to keep in mind real quick, Columbus kid, Trent Vogelhuber, who has been in charge of the Cleveland bench, AHL Cleveland, that is, for the last 3 or 4 years. A very highly respected coach in the American Hockey League, a beloved coach by players in this organization who have worked with him, have been made better by him. I think he's going to, this time, probably get a shot at that job. He may need to work in the NHL as an assistant first before becoming a head coach, but it's not impossible. It's been done before.
Porter, you're awesome. Thanks for the time, buddy. We appreciate it on short notice. Thank you so much, and keep doing what you do.
All right, guys. Thank you.
That was Aaron Portzline, The Athletic. Go, subscribe, pay for it. Bob, let's do this. Listen, I've got That's What He Said. Do you have one or not?
You hear the sound, you know what it is. Hey, we can use yours.
Okay.
It's Appetizer 3's Day. The cheesy bacon fries are the featured appetizer. They're $3 all day long at Roosters. Now we're giving you a chance to win a $50 Roosters gift card if you can answer the following question.
Who was it that Schlegs said was a scrawny kid that came in that he worked with? Is that fair, Bobby? Is that There's a kid I asked him.
One more prominently than another, yes. There was two guys he mentioned.
But if you call 614-821-1460, name either of the two. The one I'm thinking of, though, is one we talked about when Fish came in. But, there's two guys he talked about. Either one of the two. 614-821-1460. Be the caller that comes in to Bodie, and you'll get a $50 gift card to Roosters that you'll get in 2027. Coming up next, we'll tell you what's got us juiced. Morning Juice.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. You don't want to start the new year off hurting. You don't want to start off the new year getting surgery. You don't want to start off the new year dealing with trying to plan something out into the future. What you want to do is get healthy. So what you want to do is go to my friends over at QC Kinetics. Dr. Tesner and his team, the medical pros at QC Kinetics right here in Columbus, they can deliver regenerative treatments that actually help your body repair the areas that are causing you pain. Those achy knees, hips, back, shoulders, whatever it is, they can help you get ready. So instead of those invasive operations, it's going to sideline you all of the early year. Go check out our friends at QC Kinetics and see if they can help you today. Imagine moving better, being stronger, planning your year, doing what actually you want to do. So don't wait. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices located in Dublin and Gahanna, and they're ready there for your free consultation. So go check them out today.
Hey, everybody. This is Jeremy Birmingham Berm from the Austin and Berm Show on 97.1 The Fan. I wanted to give you guys a little update on my Awaken 180 weight loss journey. I started this plan a little bit before the new year started, and not because I'm extra disciplined or heroic or anything like that. I just got tired of waiting for the perfect time to make a change with my own life. And now here we are, second week of January, and I'm already down more than 20 pounds. 20. While most people are still figuring out if they're actually going to start their resolution, I've got 3 weeks of progress quite literally under my belt. But here's the thing. It's not too late for you either. You could start today and still be down 20 pounds by the end of January with results like mine. That is what happens when you have a real plan. Awaken 180 gives you structure, coaching, and actual support, not just motivation that fades by week 2. So if weight loss is your goal and you haven't started yet or have already given up, there's no judgment here. Just don't wait another week, because a few weeks from now, you could be saying what I'm saying. This is already working. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Bobby Carpenter here with the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. When the game's on the line, you press hard, you hustle, you stay focused, and give it everything you've got. Pressure brings out the best in people. That's how business works too. Have you ever met what seemed like an impossible deadline? Saved a deal from going off a cliff at the last minute? Here's Chuck Moore, CEO, and Travis Sanders, president of Riverside Bank of Dublin, on their local partnership and dedication to doing whatever it takes.
Thanks, Bobby. At Riverside Bank of Dublin, we're proud to be on your team, helping local businesses manage cash, fund growth, and invest in what's next. From startups to seasoned pros, we bring the full court press every day for our clients.
That's right, Travis. Our team at Riverside Bank is just as hungry as you are to grow and prosper. That mentality shows up in everything we do. Your business deserves a banking partner that's invested in your success. Look for a new branch location at Bridge Park in 2026.
Tune in every day for the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. Visit their office at 6300 France Road in Dublin or online at riverside.bank.
Bobby is known as the General. Tito shops at Dollar General. This is Morning Juice.
Morning Juice, final segment of the program. Okay, congratulations, Phil. You got the $50 gift card. What did he give you? Did he give you both or one?
I gave me both, yep. Taylor Decker and JP, Joshua Perry.
This was Bobby got mad at me about this, and we were talking about it. Okay. The toboggan thing we did over the weekend. Mm-hmm. You're going 40 miles an hour.
But I've had no recollection of the conversation.
No, I know the conversation. No, I asked you, could kids go alone? That was the conversation. And I said it was interesting for me.
I told you yesterday that I went 3 or 4 times. My son went like
Caleb,
5 or 6.
I didn't know if it went with another adult or more kids.
And I said they had a couple kids.
Okay.
Kids ones.
And then, Bodie, the question came up. Like I said, I don't remember going 40 miles an hour without some kind of harness. Like lap belt, shoulder stuff. And then Bobby's like, well,
because the beast is different. You can't do the shoulder thing. I go, you just wear a lap belt. They just have a lap thing.
That's fine. I had no lap belt on that. And I just said it was interesting to me. And he said, are you scared? Or were you scared? I'm like, I wasn't scared. It was just different. Something new.
Okay.
Going 40 miles an hour without a seatbelt or any kind of thing to hold me
I
in.
go 40 miles an hour without a seatbelt all the time.
Bob. Well, that's a different thing, Bob.
It's illegal.
Thank you. It's illegal.
Put the ticket in the mail.
Just throwing it out there.
Do you know the difference, Bob, between illegal and immoral?
Well, illegal is against the law.
What's immoral?
Immoral is against any type of ethnic values that you hold individually.
You're wrong. Illegal's a sick bird.
What's got you juiced?
How about that, Bob?
That's one of the worst jokes I've ever heard.
I don't even get it. So
illegal?
Illegal
is a sick bird.
Oh, okay.
The dad joke, Bodie. You won't get it. You're not a dad. It's Tuesday.
Schlegs.
That's fine.
Yes. In the league, you're not really you're not able to go in and do forceful adaptation, right? Which is, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, but you can when you grab the back of his neck and you stick his face in the water, and some of it goes down his throat, some of it goes up his nose. That's a Mickey Marotti thing.
Sounded like that day was a slightly less sleepy Schlegs.
Yes, that was. He seemed like he was gas station ready.
You lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, but you can inject his face in the water.
Put his face in water.
Speaking of illegals, I came across this yesterday, and I thought it was pretty funny. Actually, my sister sent it to me, which I guess is priceless because her sports knowledge is limited to none.
She's got a cat.
She does have a cat, yeah. Her sports knowledge is basically Marcus Freeman and Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce. I guess they're engaged, not dating, engaged. But nevertheless, this was from Sunday night, right? Yeah, Sunday night's post-game. This kid can't be 10 or 11 years old, but this young man was interviewed after leaving the Philadelphia Eagles game.
Yes, this was a huge letdown. This was my Christmas present, and I got a loss.
Oh, no. You
probably would have rather had Cole, huh?
Yeah, probably. I'm feeling two of two things. A, I want A.J. Brown packing his bags, and I want him somewhere else that is not here. I love you, A.J., but, like, you can't make those drops in that game. And I also want Kevin Patullo flipping burgers at, like, the local McDonald's or something. I don't care.
Why do you say that?
Whenever he's an offensive coordinator, it's like he's flipping burgers. One side, he's cooking. One half, he's cooking. And the other half is completely raw.
Now, that kid already is fully ingrained into the Philadelphia Eagle lifestyle of hating your team no matter how much they win or lose. And I know it was an ugly loss Sunday, but if I could flip that burger on that kid, that young man's been alive for 2 Super Bowls.
Right.
So, you know,
you're right. I got you.
I think things are going to be all right.
They'll be good.
That had me juiced. That had me laughing pretty good yesterday when I saw that. What did not have me juiced, Bob, was the Boston Celtics losing last night to the Indiana Pacers. That kind of bummed me out.
It's 1 of 82.
1 of 82, but
get back to me in like late March or
when Tatum's back.
Probably mid-April. Is he coming back this year?
I think he's going to.
I think he will too.
Well, they're
right?
so good. I don't think that was the anticipation, but
honestly, I think they were more likely.
He doesn't have to
sell.
He does if they're playing well like this, Bob.
No,
he does have to.
Are you kidding me? He tore his Achilles. It'd be still less than a year.
Oh, by far. It was middle of May.
It's not his Achilles, so he doesn't care. He's the guy who also said, "Don't play in the Olympics for your country."
No, that's not what I said, Bob. That's not what I said.
It is what you said.
No, I said
it's selfish. My bad.
Yes, that's different. I said I think unless you're tell me if you're playing for your country or playing because you want the brand recognition. That's what I said.
When Herb Brooks said we're looking for the right players, not the best ones. Yep. Tito's not the right one.
No,
I know that.
he's definitely not.
Wait. I'm the right one in my attitude, though.
Yeah.
Not really.
Agree to disagree.
I think when the fans started chanting USA, Tito had been like, well, got to get back to college.
That's for the brand. It's for the brand.
I think they did for the brand, Bob.
Yeah. What's got me juiced? Final wild card game wrapped up there. Got the second week. No, week from yesterday will be the national championship. So all these Miami fans, they are the worst. God. They are the worst. And I can't. I'm praying that Indiana
run it
just
up,
vote.
Signetti.
I hope so.
You want it, yeah.
I hope so. And I hope that Mario Cristobal makes some terrible coaching mistakes and just looks.
He's due.
He is due.
I thought he would do it at Ohio State. Yeah, he would. Yeah.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping that all that happens. I have never been. People are like Indiana fans. I'm like, dude, Indiana fans. And then the Miami fans show me, like, look at their stadium, like, because they were bad. You're good and no one comes. You've been good and no one shows up. You guys don't have real fans. The people that yell on the internet. Oh, 2016, 2017, the turnover chain took over the United States. I'm like, yeah, by random people watching Miami play on Thursday nights and meaningless games. Get out of here. Like, those aren't fans. It's nonsense. It's terrible.
Also, we have to stop shaming fans for not going to games of terrible teams.
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
You've been bad forever. I'm not going to yell
If you do go, God love you, man. Yeah. I respect your commitment to the program or the team. If they suck, listen, hey. Okay. But if you don't, it's perfectly fine to not want to spend however much money. Granted, they were probably letting Indiana fans in for free.
But
10
it's just
years
a whole
ago.
day.
But still,
Right.
It's a day. It's a trip. It's still money for food, tickets, and whatnot for a program that has never won anything. So yeah, we got to stop shaming fans for that.
So, and I'm like, Indiana fans are good because they're spending $3,000 per ticket to get into that game.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a huge number.
they are going like ham to get as many as they possibly can. So that's got me juiced. Feeling good about that. Excited for this week. Go Bucks, beat cancer.
Are you both working 5 days this week?
Yeah,
Did
I
we
don't
already
have
had
any,
this conversation?
I'm asking Bodie again. Bodie had it.
Yeah, I don't have any PTO scheduled.
Rix wants to know, what do you call an eagle that lands on a church steeple?
I don't know.
A bird of prey.
There you go.
That was pretty good. You didn't like Male Legal? You didn't think that was good?
I mean, will
you use it?
It was on par for what I would expect.
Will you use it? Will you say
I'm
to
still
anybody,
trying to recover from yesterday.
Okay, will you say to anybody, though,
So Tito.
illegal?
Probably not.
That's fine. More. You won't use it.
No.
Okay, I think it's a great joke. What's got me juiced?
I thought you were actually asking because I thought you were going to try to bifurcate the difference between illegal and immoral and
I know.
have a substantive debate over that.
That would have been.
It went over my head. I'll be
First of all, it would not have been on brand for me to do it, right?
Yes.
Like, what I said to you makes perfect sense.
100%, because you were going to try to justify how probably some of your actions, while not illegal. but
Or
immoral, are
right.
still
That's
okay.
what I'm saying, though, Bob. Like, it was on par with what we were, who I am. Let's do it that way. What's got me juiced? Let's see. I got 2 minutes here. Okay. What's got me juiced? Look, I hope the Celtics play Tatum. I hope they make a play at the trade deadline.
Makes me feel uneasy.
That I want that?
No. Just him playing. Yeah. I don't know what
they can
is
win
right
the
or wrong.
East.
If he's healthy.
But they can win the East.
I do not.
Right?
I know. It's weak. It's very open.
Jaylen Brown's been great this year.
Yeah. He didn't play last night.
Yeah, I hope that it happens that he comes in and plays. I had a great time last night at the Steelers game. Outside of the score. Like, the end was very sudden.
Other than that,
yes,
the play misses like
exactly. But, like, it was fun last night, though, Bodie, because there were Texans fans in front of us that were very polite. And after the game, we're, like, talking. Like, hey, I hope your team does well in the playoffs. They flew in from Houston. They were Rockets fans. They were Astros fans. They were, like, true Houstonites. Yeah, Houstonites.
It's Houstonians, but
Houstonians?
Sure.
Okay, they're Houstonians. They were true that. And behind us, there was a couple that's getting married in August, and was nice to talk to them. One guy behind us, though, Bob, was
down in front.
He was getting a fight. The one guy behind us, though, Bob, had tailgated too hard.
Good for him.
And so the first three quarters, I didn't see his face. Because he's hands on knees, leaning forward.
It's impressive to do when it's that cold outside, too.
Right. And now, and he was part of the wedding party for the group getting married in August. So they're all together. And what I also thought was very funny.
Groom?
I can't say it on the air. I won't do it. We'll talk off the air. Anyway, but nonetheless, the guy, though, in the fourth quarter finally stood up and was there. He was engaged.
He's alive.
Yes. It was a situation where...
Sobered up a little bit, so let's do this.
He got a second wind is what he did.
Good for him.
Yes. So, a lot of fun, though, last night. Late night. But we're back tomorrow. And tomorrow is Wednesday. We will have Austin Ward joining us at 7:25, we'll say. Let's do that. That's tomorrow, though. Morning Juice. Thanks for tuning in, folks.